You know, something I've always wondered about porn, and since this movie is about porn, this is appropriate. How do the two partners in all these sex scenes go on for at least 10 minutes straight in all these different positions between doggy style, missionary, on top, cowboy style, without climaxing? They must have superpowers. Oh wait, it's fake. Just like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Hi, Mom and Dad.
There's only a few things I really care about in life. My body, my pad, my ride, my family, my church, my boys, my girls, and my porn.
Hey, oh, what's up, Guidos and Guidettes? I'm John Maffio. This is MaffmanJones Movie Reviews, and today's featured film is Don Jon, starring and directed by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, my man. Also stars Tony Danza, Julianne Moore, Brie Larson, and Scarlett Johansson. There's only a few things the main character Don Jon cares about in life. He cares about his body, his pad, his ride, his family, his boys, his girls, and his porn. But most importantly, and most essentially, his porn. He has a particular routine or agenda when it comes to all this stuff. And one day at the club he goes to all the time, he meets Scarlett Johansson's character, and that's when his life begins to change in a very different way. I don't think there would be anything wrong with saying that I really enjoyed Don Jon, and not for the porn, and not for the sex and all the gratuitous sex, but I really enjoyed this movie, and it has a great charm to it. It has heart, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt just brings this bravado to his role and to the entire story that you can't help but get behind. All these components are balanced equally, and at the end of the day, it's a really good movie, despite all the porn, if you can get past that. Also, did I mention this movie has gratuitous sex? Because there is a lot of sex in this movie. And JGL had the absolute pleasure of having his way with a lot of girls in this movie. I'm pretty sure he made this movie just so he could, get touchy-feely on Scarlett Johansson. The performances all around are pretty good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Don Jon is very memorable, and he's a character that, even though he's kind of a douchebag at first, you can get behind his character because he's Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he makes any character likable. Tony Danza plays the stereotypical Italian father in this movie, and he plays it down pat. I mean, I was able to relate this character to a lot of people I know in my own family, and that scared me enough. But he was so funny in this movie. The same could be said for Scarlett Johansson. She played the New Jersey girl role pretty well, even though her accent was very thick and sometimes it came off obnoxious. Brie Larson, who you might know from 21 Jump Street, plays the younger sister of the whole Don Jon family. And I won't spoil anything, but for the most part, she does absolutely nothing. For an actress of her caliber, she does nothing but look at her phone all day like this. Don Jon, for the most part, is a character piece based on Don Jon, and you get mostly Don Jon in this movie, and he carries the movie, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he does it very well. The movie's also very fast-paced. It has a pretty fast pace up until its abrupt ending. Even though the ending is abrupt, it is quite appropriate for the character. The character has an arc from beginning to end, and he has development and an evolution. It's basically left ambiguous for the audience to interpret in their own way. Also, the main plot of this movie, it may seem like a romantic comedy, but it's far from that. It's also pretty predictable on an exterior model, but when you get into the intrinsic details, it's very unpredictable, and you have no idea what's going to happen next. I mean, a lot of it is comedic, and the comedy, like I mentioned before, is freaking hilarious. There's a lot of little things in this movie. I think he appreciates the little nuances, the little things that just make a movie into something that's memorable, and there's so many little things that make this movie add up to something very special. There's a lot of porn, a lot of boobs, a lot of humping, and, hump day, all that crazy shit, but it's used for a purposeful manner because the character is obsessed with porn. It makes sense. And again, all these little things, from character moments to actual things in the environment. Like, for example, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, whenever he hears the Mac turn-on sound, a little purr, it gets him hard. And, I mean, the idea of that is just, it's really obscure, but it's great. But overall, I would have to say that Don Jon might just be one of my favorite movies of the whole year. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I really do. I appreciate his work. And for a directorial debut, he does a great job here. It has everything you would want in a movie. You have to be of age because this movie has sex in it. So if you're under 17, leave. But overall, It's a great movie. Don John is mafadociously darn good. It's a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I hope nobody gets the idea that I'm endorsing porn out of this review. I just, I enjoyed the movie. Even though it's a good thing to masturbate because it's healthy for you, but I'm just going to stop talking now. When you have the pleasure of seeing Don John, let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you enjoyed this review. Also check out Facebook, Twitter, and We Live Film links in the info box. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I do use the internet.
For porn!
Okay, see you next time.